So hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today doing slightly different. We're going to be doing and creating with Terry here, as a landowner, down at the ponds where you've seen me doing the kingfisher videos. Post is just over there, and I had the hide here previously. And what we're going to do is we're going to build an artificial bank, one of hopefully two. So we're going to be building a bank for the kingfisher just in here, and hoping to create that sort of about metre length tunnel with an opening at the front, with two holes, because they do use varying chambers, especially if they have 2 or 3 broods, and hoping to entice a kingfisher in. And the post is just there, as you can see, just about probably over there. So we know we've had the kingfisher in, and hopefully today we're going to get it all set up, get it in situ just in time for the breeding season. And if it doesn't take this year, then hopefully maybe next year, or could use it throughout the seasons. But we're going to go through step by step. This is the ply we got on the floor, as I said. There'll be 2 holes drilled into that, just there. We've got 2 supporting posts there, which will be driven into the bank. This will then fix to those posts, drill them in. We've got 2 chambers over there. So I've got one here. Just Terry. This is one of the chambers, just there. And as you can see, the hole is obviously rather big, but the ply will go over the top of that. A smaller hole will be built in. We've got a little bit of artificial grass there, just for a bit of traction. And then at the end, there's a nesting chamber. And eventually, we'll probably put a camera in there so we can monitor the kingfishers as we go. As I said before as well, guys, you know, the kingfisher is Schedule 1 species in the United Kingdom. So obviously it's a protected species during the breeding season as well. So it can't interfere with any nesting bird, but especially kingfishers, who are highly protected. And obviously for photography as well, you need a photography license to photograph them around the nest site. So just bear that in mind. Right, we're going to go and get started now. It's quite a cold day, quite overcast. Got to get cracking, get this in before tea time. We've had to move it across a little bit because the ground is a bit soft one side and it's a bit harder the other, and the posts are a bit flimsy there. So now we've just lopped a bit of the top off and get that, sink it into the water, and then hopefully attach it from there. And we were just saying it'd be nice to see the kingfisher today, and a female zip right past where the post is. So happy days. I hope they appreciate what we're trying to do here. So we just had another kingfisher through. So that's a female and a juvenile stroke male going through. Unbelievable, whilst we're building a kingfisher bank. Brilliant. So what we've done so far here is we've got the main board in there, as you can see, driven in with stakes. We've got some wire supports at the bottom there, tied around the post, bang these in the supports. What we're going to do now is we're going to pack this. We've got drive some old wood in there at the side, stop the soil leaching out there. Do one on that side, and that's where we are so far. It's coming together. You know, it's a bit of a suck it and see, and what we're going to do eventually then is put the nest chamber about a metre and a bit off the water level. There's an overflow pipe just down there, so it's never going to flood up to that level anyway. You want about 1 metre to 1.5 metres. We'll drill a hole in the marine ply there into the nesting chamber, so a smaller hole at the front, about the size of a tennis ball. So I reckon 6 centimetres to 8 centimetres, just enough for the kingfisher to get in. There's some nice lot of willow here at the sides as well as there for them to perch on. And hopefully, being inquisitive birds as they are, they'll come in and investigate. And we'd like to eventually put a camera in there as well, which would be good. But for the minute, got quite a bit more to do, a bit more time lapse. And I've taken pictures as I go as well to do a blog on this as well as a vlog. But anyway, got to go and catch up. Terry's digging soil, so back in a mo. So what we've done now is we've obviously put those supports in, put these 2 posts in either side, right sunken down behind the board, pushing the board out, giving it a little bit of a lean, increasing that rigidity there. We've also got the wire there around the post, staked those in, obviously there as well, and now packing that down with earth and grass, creating a nice and strong bank then. And hopefully now we're going to put some sides on each side, build the earth level up to a certain height, cut the top of this off, use that for the sides, packed it all in, create that bank, smooth over the top, hopefully with a bit of greenery on top as well, bit of foliage, makes it blend in a little bit better. And then we're going to have one hole through the ply, say about tennis ball size, 6 centimetres, for the kingfisher to then make a natural hole of its own into the bank we've already created with the mud and earth there. And the other side we're going to have the chamber that we've already built. Good to go. So what we've just done now is we're putting in some very fine mesh at the bottom, in the corners, up along the ply there, and we'll do the same. We'll sort of wrap it all the way around. Unfortunately, kingfishers are young, get predated by a lot of mustelid families, so mink, stoat, weasel, things like that. So, you know, the success rate for kingfishers isn't that high. So these sort of things, these little jobs, take that little bit much longer to do, but actually it pays off in the end, because there's no point in getting kingfishers in here and then suddenly they get predated. So yeah, and also rats, bit of a problem, rats everywhere. So they'll also try to find their way in. So if we encase the whole burrowing area, fill it on top, fill it underneath, anything comes up through, stop them in their tracks. So yeah, really important. So just had a bit of a break for lunch and come back, and now this is where we are up to at the moment. So we've put the great spot woodpeckers having a bit of a go there. We put a lot of mesh all the way around there, put the soil over the top, keep piling it in, and then eventually we'll lay the tunnel on top. We'll go into that a bit later. Once we've done that, we're going to create another hole adjacent to that one, just so they can build a natural hole for themselves, or take the chamber that's already ready made by Terry there in his workshop. So but coming on well, and we've seen the kingfisher again. So that's 3 times today. So I think the kingfisher's keeping an eye on what we're doing. So let's hope they get in. We're going to pat that down, compact it down, keep filling it up with soil, and we're going to make this roof obviously on here a natural roof with lots of grasses and stuff growing out the top, making it a bit more naturalistic. But yeah, cold old day, so better crack on. So guys, we're getting on pretty well. This is absolutely solid now. What we're going to do is we're going to put 2 holes this side, one with a chamber, as I already showed you before, and one with just a single cutout hole with the earth right behind it. And then the kingfisher can excavate that hole itself, or both of them can. And what we're going to do is to save it caving in at top, because the soil's not sufficiently compacted enough. As soon as it starts to build a tunnel in there, it's likely to cave in. So we're going to get a bit of guttering, should I say, and turn it upside down in there, and that will be effectively the roof. And then when the hole will be there, as soon as the gutter is put up against the hole, that's the roof effectively, and then they'll tunnel in, and then that will be protected on top, so they can burrow their way through. That's the idea, with a little chamber inside. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's about, this one's just over 1 metre and a bit off the water. Some sufficient, as I said before, the willow trees there, there's the perch. Yeah, all good. Fingers crossed, we get something investigating in there. And so we've put varying lots of mesh in there as well, as you can see, try not to fall in. So at the moment, there we have it. Effectively this then, as you can see there, not in that exact position there, but we'll level that off. Smaller hole at the front. There's the tunnel. This will be earth over the top with wire mesh over the top of there as well, to stop anything burrowing down and getting in to the young. This is the chamber at the end, nice and sufficient. We'll put a little bit of soil in there, and then we'll put the other hole just nearby. Compact it over the top, wire over the top, greenery out the top, job done. But this is pretty damn solid, so yeah, be awesome to get it. I mean, this is a great vantage point here, as you can see. And there's the front to the water, ideal. So it's really good to be able to do something like this for the birds. Now, there's not really an awful lot online. When you look at it, you try to look in building a kingfisher bank. There's literally nothing on YouTube. There's one example done at time lapse. It's really quite old, but it's pretty good. There's nothing else on there. So I thought, well, why not have a go ourselves? Did a bit of research, tunnel length, hole size, chamber size, how far off the water. Obviously you've got to have a slight incline going up to the nest chamber, and then a slight decline on the other side with a little bulk up at the bottom. And that's what we're trying to achieve here, because kingfishers are amazing birds. Everybody loves a kingfisher, and unfortunately predation's quite a problem with kingfishers, as I say, with the mustelid family. Bad weather, lack of food, hard winters, all these sort of things. So trying to find a natural bank along this stretch, because they have 1.5 km to maybe 3 km range, and they can nest inland a little bit from the water, but they prefer to be over the water's edge if we can. So we've done that here, just trying to provide a home for them. A lot of time water levels rise, unfortunately they get flooded, they get predated, they've got got a lot against them. But someone like this, we can manufacture it the best we can, and hopefully the kingfishers will take to it. But it could be a few years or so. But it's just nice to be able to help these birds out. And as much as I'm a photographer, and Terry, is massively into his wildlife here down at the ponds, which is amazing. And for my photography, it's great as well, because I'm able to spend time with the kingfishers around the breeding season, albeit probably quite a distance from the nest site because of the license side of things. But it's just really nice about helping nature, helping wildlife. Providing bird boxes, habitat, growing the right trees, plants, all this sort of stuff is just awesome to be able to help them out, really. And I think that great spotted woodpecker that's drumming away there is also in agreement there. But we've been at it now for probably about 4 hours. So there's a lot of time lapse in this video, because I can't really film it from start to finish, because it would be about 6 to 7 hours. So but if you've got any questions for me, please let me know in the vlog description. But Terry's just gone up to get some guttering so we can get this second hole sorted, and then we're going to get the holes drilled, get them all set up, get some more earth over the top, net it, job done, stand back, look at the work. And I'm going to fix a trail camera on the willow here, just to the front of the entrance holes, just to see if we do get any kingfishers visiting. But they've been in now 4 times up and down, whizzing up this way, and they're quite inquisitive, as I said before. So fingers crossed we'll get it cracked, and we'll provide a nice habitat and a breeding area for kingfishers. So we've just started drilling the holes now for the entrance hole, and this is good old Mark 1 tennis ball, which half a tennis ball, which actually, just drawing that as a template, it's about 6.5 centimetres, and they say that the kingfisher entrance hole should be about 6. Seems pretty damn small, but got to go with what they say, and we're going to make the other one slightly bigger, probably about 7.5, just to give you both options really for the kingfisher. And we're probably going to put a little bit of mud in front of the other hole, as we're going to dig it out, a little tunnel through, put a little bit of mud in place of it, and as they start to fly in and drill the hole out, it will give way to a nice tunnel all the way to a little nest chamber at the end. And we're using an old plant pot as a nest chamber on the other side that's not already been made before. So yeah, happy days. So now we've got the 2 holes dug. So one on the left here is about 6 centimetres, and that one over there is about 7 and a bit. And that's the trench there just dug for. Terry's just going to put that in now, line that up with a hole. Should be good to go. Happy days, look at that. A little bit flush in there. And that one there, what we've done is just got a bit of gutter in, which I've bent over because it was too big, put some tie wraps along the side, pulled it tight, and hopefully that then will just lay on top of there. Marry that up to there. We've gone slightly shorter on this one as a tunnel length and slightly longer on that one, just to give them the choice. Lay that in, and then we're going to attach a little bulbous bit of flower pot at this end. So we're just going to pop that in there like that. So you want a slight slope and then a decline at the top. Brilliant. Happy days. Perfect. So now we have the tubes and the nesting chambers put in and the main entrance ways. So that's all now under a level of soil there, packed down. And now we're going to just put this last bit of wire mesh, tack it in all the way around so nothing can get in from the top, burrowing its way in. And that'll be it for the mesh, I think, for the minute, probably. And yeah, happy days. Fill that with a lot more soil over the top, compact it down, and then we'll put a little nice grass roof on the top, just to finish it off nicely. And then we're going to go in the boat, sort a couple of perches out, and then paint the front supports there to make it blend in a little bit better. But yeah, nearly there. So literally the final finishing touches to the roof there. Just got some turfs, put it on top, just patting it down, bonding it a bit to the soil below, and pretty much job done. A nice little natural roof there, mesh lined all the way through, nice little slope on it. Happy days, yeah, superb really. Just got to go around the front now, sort out the perch over there, and then gonna just paint the supports going up the sides there just to make it blend in a little bit more. But yeah, happy days. Been about what, probably about 5 and a bit hours today, so it's just a little fine bits you got to do just to do the job properly. But all in all, not bad, considering it was a bit of research on the internet, and you know, put our heads together, thought the best way of doing it, and here we are. So let's just hope the kingfishers settle in. Just last minute finishing touches, a little paint up of the front supports, and should be good to go. Terry's not overly happy with his paint scheme, so he may come and change that. We'll have to see, but I think it looks pretty damn good, and hopefully the kingfisher will too. And there's the two holes, the slightly larger one to the left, and then the slightly smaller one to the right. And that's the one with the purpose-built chamber at the back in the wooden encased, and the other one there is the half drain pipe tunnel and the flower pot nesting chamber. So yeah, see which one it likes. Hopefully they will, and investigate. Going to stick a trail cam up shortly onto the front of the hide, or just over on a tree next to me, and hopefully that will be good to go. We can see if anything pays it a visit. So guys, that pretty much concludes the building a kingfisher artificial bank today. It's been awesome really. It's been a long old day, about 6.5 hours. from start to finish, all painted up, all good to go, nice naturalistic roof, all that mesh in there and stuff like that. You know, if you're on the market and want to create one of these Kingfisher banks, this is our take on it basically with the research we did, size of hole, size of chamber, and size of the entrance tunnel as well, all the way through. Nesting chambers, we did varying lengths and stuff like that. Best way we thought how really, and hopefully it will pay off. But if you've got any questions for me, please leave me a comment below or contact me through social media, email, etc. and I'll do my best to answer them. But as always guys, thanks very much for watching and I'll see you all next time.